Okay, so in this lesson we'll be integrating polynomials, and we'll begin by integrating x to the n. So the result is the integral of x to the n with respect to x is as follows. You add 1 to the power, so you get n plus 1, and you divide by the new power, so you divide by n plus 1, and then we do a plus c, and this is a constant of integration, and for now we're just going to put a plus c in all the examples, and at the end we'll explain the reason why we put it. So the first example, we want to integrate x squared with respect to x, so we get x, add 1 to the power, so the 2 becomes a 3, and we divide by that 3, and then we do a plus c. And that's all there is to it. And then we can just simplify this. So the over 3 becomes a 1/3. So we have 1/3 x cubed plus c. Okay, the next example, we want to integrate negative x to the 7 with respect to x. So we get minus x to the 8 over 8 plus c, and then we simplify. That's minus 1/8 x to the 8 plus c. Okay, now we want to integrate 4x to the 5 with respect to x. So we get a 4x, and we add 1 to the power, give us 6, and then we divide by the 6 plus c. And we can now simplify. 4 over 6 becomes 2/3. So we get 2/3 x to the 6 plus c. And then we want to integrate minus 3x to the 9. We get minus 3x to the 10 all over 10 plus c. And then we simplify. That's minus 3/10 x to the 10 plus c. Okay, next we're going to differentiate linear terms. So these are the terms that have an x only and no powers. So no cubes or squares. And we'll start with integrating x with respect to x. And the way we do that, we can just add a 1, because x to the power of 1 is still x. And now we can just use the previous rule. So we have x, we add 1 to the power, divide by the power, and plus c. And then we'll simplify. That's half x squared plus c. Next we want to integrate 3x. So we can imagine there's a 1 there. We get 3x squared over 2 plus c. That equals 3 over 2 x squared plus c. Now we want to integrate minus 4x. So we don't have to keep on writing this one. So we have minus 4x, add 1 to the power over 2 plus c, and we can simplify. So minus 4 divided 2 is minus 2, so we get minus 2x squared plus c. And then we want to integrate minus 1/3 x. We get minus 1/3 x. We add 1 to the power, divide by the new power, plus c. And now we can simplify. So this is minus 1/3 divide 2, that's minus 1/6. So minus 1/6 x squared plus c. Okay, so next is going to be the constant terms. So these are the terms, the number terms that don't have any x's on them. And the way we're going to integrate these, we're just going to remember that x to the power of 0 is 1. So anything to the power of 0 is always a 1. So we can actually add it in there. So if you want to integrate 7 dx, that's the same as 7 x to the 0 dx, because that's still 7, it's still the same question, but now we can use the rule. We add 1 to the power and divide by it. So you get 7x, we add 1 to the 0, divide by the 1 plus c, and now we can just simplify this. We get 7x plus c. And in general, for this type constant terms, you can go from here directly to 7x. So if we wanted to integrate minus 3 with respect to x, the answer is minus 3x plus c. The integral of 2/5 will be 2/5 x plus c. Okay, example number 1. Here we want to integrate this polynomial x to the 4 plus 3x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x minus 7, and we simply do it term by term and add a single plus c at the end. So we get x to the 5 over 5. So here we've added 1 to the power and divided by the power, plus 3x, add 1 to the power to give you 4, and divide by the new power, minus 5x, and we add 1 to the power, divide by that, and we can put the 1 here just to help us. Here we get 2x squared over 2, and then the 7 is a constant, so it's minus 7x, and then at the end we do a plus c. And we just have to do a plus c only once, we don't have to do it for each term, just one plus c at the end. And then we simplify. You get 1/5 x to the 5 plus 3 over 4 x to the 4 minus 5 over 3 x cubed. And here the 2's cancel, so we're just left with x squared minus 7x plus c. Okay, example number 2. Here we want to integrate this double bracket, and the first thing we have to do is to expand the brackets before we can integrate. So that equals the integral, and now we expand it, get x squared minus 7x plus 5x, that's minus 2x, and then minus 35. And now that it's been expanded, we can just integrate it term by term. So we get x cubed over 3 minus, put the 1 there, minus 2x squared over 2, and minus 35x, because that's the constant term, becomes 35x, and a plus c. And then we simplify. That gives you 1/3 x cubed minus x squared, because the 2's cancel, and minus 35x plus c. Okay, example number 3, we want to integrate this polynomial, and we can see that there's some brackets here, so we can't integrate it straight away, we have to expand the brackets. So we'll begin by doing that. That's the integral, that's x to the 5 minus 4x to the 4 and plus 5x cubed. The x, and now we can integrate it term by term. So we get x to the 6 over 6 x to the 6 over 6 minus 4x to the 5 over 5 plus 5x to the 4 over 4 plus c. And then we just simplify this. We get 1/6 x to the 6 minus 4/5 x to the 5 plus 5 over 4 x to the 4 and plus c.